Okay guys, so we're back again with part 2 of my creations tour. We ended off the video showing this miniature room that I made. So next we're going to move over here and I'm going to show you some of my art dolls and some of my scratch builds. So if we start from here, here's one of the art dolls that I made. The face and the hands and the legs are all polymer clay, but the body is actually soft. It's a soft body. She's also posable. So the way that I made her body was using pipe cleaners, like very strong pipe cleaners. And I used some cotton batting, and I also used like scrap fabric, and I just wrapped it around the form, and then I made the clothes, the outfits, and glued on the hands and the legs and the head. So that's what she looks like. Her makeup, her outfit, I love. She has this scarf and this necklace that I made, and then she has a nice little velvet dress on. She has brown little cowboy boots that turned out really nice. And then she has this cute little bag that opens, and it's on a chain. So that's that one. This one here is actually probably the first art doll that I made. She's an alien princess, and I just loved her. This is my first time using glass, like these large glass eyes. And I don't know, I just started sculpting the face. At first I was attempting to make a human, but of course I cannot sculpt human features to look human. I mean, she is probably the best that I've done, but yeah. So I just turned her into an alien princess, and like the other one, her body is soft, she's posable. Her hands and her feet are made from polymer clay, as well as her head. The outfit's handmade by me. I use a lot of broken jewelry pieces, beads, chains, like she has bracelets or jump rings, or I take different kinds of metal pieces and make jewelry for them. The outfit's ribbon and some scrap fabric and part of a yarn that I use. And yeah, that's her. And then the next one that I made, I want to say it was either this fish princess or it could have been this this one over here, but we'll just go in the order that they are. So this is the fish princess that I made. Same as the others. Clay head, arms. This one actually doesn't have any legs. I made her so she's supposed to look like a seahorse. So that's why she doesn't have any legs. And then her face. And then her outfit's handmade by me as well. And of course the jewelry is all handmade, broken pieces of jewelry that I used. And then even her tail has jewelry attached to it. And so, yeah. I think I was inspired. I had went to the aquarium in Myrtle Beach and I saw the seahorses there and I just fell in love with them. So that's what she's inspired by. The next one we'll do is this one down here. She's probably she's the shortest one. Yeah. She's a bat, basically. Her face is, of course, again, I don't know what I was attempting, but I love how she turned out. Her face just looks so cool. She has these like really small slitted eyes, and then her ears turned out so cute. And then her outfit handmade, of course, and then her feet. Her outfit, I had this really vintage fabric that had fruits on it, so I thought it'd be kind of funny to make her outfit with that because she's a bat, so it's like fruit bat. I don't know, I might change it, but I like it as is for now. And then here, this one is a little bit different because her legs, here, move something real quick. Oops, sorry, hitting the camera. So her legs I did differently. They're soft, and then she has these beads for feet. And her legs are super long. They're a lot longer than her body. And at first, I wasn't trying to make them longer, but that's just how they ended up. And then here's her face. She has like a scar here, which is because the clay cracked, and I just left it, and I said, you know what, I'm just gonna make it look like a scar. So I did that. It's a close-up of her face. Very interesting. And then here is this one here. Let's see if I can get close up of her face. Yeah, I don't really know. I think I was trying to do a fox, and somehow she ended up being like, to me it's almost a mixture of like a fox, a deer, like a kangaroo. But she's the same as other ones. Soft body, clay hands and feet. Her hands actually turned out really nice. I have a hard time sculpting hands, but I think hers turned out great. And then her feet. Let's see if you can see those. Her nails. I'll probably do a one-on-one video so you can actually see more in detail of the art dolls, but let's move on to some of my scratch builds. So these are my scratch builds. Most of them are made from just regular trash. This is the first one that I've made, and it is from a Simply orange juice bottle, and I just added a whole bunch of other random pieces that I've collected. Beads, plastic bottle tops, there's a gear there. So I was inspired by Red Dwarf. I don't know if you know that show, but it's a British science fiction show. I love that show so much. Here is my steampunk inspired hovercraft. The base of the craft was just something that I thrifted, and then I added all the extra doodads to it, and I painted it, and this is how this one has turned out. Looks really good. And then here's a clay creation I made. It's supposed to be like bug specimen. And here's another scratch build. Another simply orange bottle. You can see the back. And then the gun at the bottom. Well, that's what it's supposed to be. So there's those. Here's a clay figure that I made. Yeah, she's an elf. Her hair is wool roving, and I made the outfit out of clay. And yeah, she had a stand, and then she had like a I can't remember if she was holding a sword or a spear, but that's long gone. I made this so many years ago. Okay, and so let's go ahead and move over to my other section. These are just dolls that I was redoing. I'll have to finish those one day. Okay, so moving on. Here's another section that has some scratch builds that I have done in miniature room scene. And then you have some paintings, some other paintings that I did. This one's of a frog that I designed. And then this one is a little skeleton dinosaur character. So if we go down here, this is a tiny little bee bot that I made. If I can get it to focus, maybe not. But it's a tiny little bee bot. Saw people making these online and thought I'd give it a try. And then I wanted to make something larger, so this is one of my larger builds. He's made out of like a Trident gum container, and then beads, and then a whole bunch of other plastic things that I had left over. And then this is one of my newest ones that I did. This is a spaceship, and this is actually made from used printing cartridges